Well, I'm doing something that I never thought I'd be doing. I'm getting rid of the C10, um, but it's for something that I've been wanting to get another one for a long time. So the first car that I had when I turned 16 was a '73 Plymouth Satellite, and I got mad at the car, got rid of it when I was a senior, and traded it for a motorcycle that I almost killed myself on. And I found one that it's a bit of a basket case, but it looks like it's in good shape. So we're waiting for the gentleman to get here so we can look at it in person. I drove 2 hours down here to Decatur, Texas, to see it, and so yeah, I'm really torn because I've had this truck literally 8 years. I just looked at the title, and I put it my name February 23rd of 2017. So just over 8 years I've owned this truck. So it's hard to let it go, but I'm super excited to get this satellite and build me a Roadrunner clone, just like I always wanted to. So as soon as he gets here, we'll check out the car. If it's not as good as it looks in the pictures, then the C10 will be coming home with me. But yay. So yesterday I did it. I said goodbye to the C10 after 8 years. I love that truck, but this car here is exactly like the one I had when I turned 16. It's a '73 Plymouth Satellite. It has a Roadrunner hood on it. The Satellite was the base model, and then the Roadrunner was the package for the Satellite. It is started life as a 318 car, automatic, column shift, two barrel. Like it was your standard base Satellite, manual windows. But someone had started the restoration on it. The bodywork is done. There's a couple little dings that have happened since the bodywork was done while it was sitting. For the gentleman that I got it from isn't the one that started the restoration. I don't know the story behind the car, but somebody started doing a really nice job on it. They did all of the not trim, but the jams in Plum Crazy Purple, which is a beautiful color. And so all under the hood, in the trunk, door jams, everything is painted purple, and they did a great job on it. Just the outside of the car needs to be painted. It is a basket case. I'll show you the bed of the truck. Like, it is literally mounded with parts for the car, which I'm going to go through all these totes to see what all's in there. It is really windy outside, so that's why I'm standing inside the shop right now while I'm talking. But man, this car I'm excited because I got rid of my car right about 25 years ago. My spring of 2000, I was a senior in high school, about to graduate. I got mad at my car, traded for that motorcycle that I mentioned. And it's one of my top cars that I regret getting rid of. So this is really special to have this car. My son Chris is not talking to me because he is mad at me for getting rid of the C10. And early on, he helped me build that truck a lot. Like, he helped do a lot to it when he was 12 years old. So the truck meant a lot to him. Meant a lot to me too, because my best friend Lyndall, who passed away a couple years ago, also helped me when I first got the truck. But this car was so nice, such a nice. I mean, it's solid. It just needs to be finished. And so my 30th class reunion, or 30-year class reunion, is in 5 years. So my plan is to have this car. Well, surely, hopefully, I can get this done before 5 years. But I want to drive this car finished, painted, everything looking nice, to my 30th anniversary, our 30th reunion. So most of the people that I went to school with, it's not going to matter to them, but it's going to matter to me. So it'd mean a lot to me. So most of the people I went to school with, they just remember me driving a loud brown car. My car was a root beer brown, and it had 18-inch glass packs, with 18x5 echo tips on it. That car was so loud, it was insane. Like after a couple years of that exhaust, I got tired of people complaining about it. It was so loud that at school, it was back when cars had security alarms. There was a couple times I fired it up, like when I was leaving for lunch. I fired it up, racked it off a couple times, and I set off on a car alarm a couple cars down. So it was loud and it would echo off buildings and stuff. Then I put some thrust turbo mufflers on it, and I've pretty well hated glass packs ever since because I burned myself out on them on that car. But this car is coming with a Mopar Performance 402 stroker, which I haven't messed with Mopars, like I said, in 25 years. I've always had a love for them, a place in my heart because of the first car that I had. But this car, the deal it's coming with, it's a stroked 360 to a 402, and it was available through Mopar Performance, which is like Chevrolet Performance, but Mopar is Chrysler products. And so I'm excited for that. It was buried. The gentleman's going to bring it up to me hopefully in the next week. It might be a couple weeks, but either way, it's going to be a while before I'm worried about putting it in the car. But let me switch this camera around and we'll go out there and I'll show you around the car before I pull it off the trailer. But man, this thing is solid. I looked underneath it. I've looked at several of these cars over the last several years, and man, people were wanting a lot of money for cars that were just rusted plumb out. And so getting this one in this shape, like, I'm extremely excited. I'm worried and I'm concerned because I just hit reset on Project and Mopars. If you've ever, any Mopar car, Dodge, Plymouth, Chryslers, the parts are expensive. Like Chevrolet stuff is everywhere. Like I jumped on Amazon and could order anything I wanted for my C10. Not so much for this car. Like I've already looked, and all I could find was weather stripping. I found a set of weather stripping for that goes over the for the roof line. It goes up the A-pillar and across the roof line, and that's it. That's all that was on Amazon. So yeah, and so I just broke that to my wife. That she was like, "You better hurry up because September will be here in 6 months." Talking about the car show. And I was like, baby, this car's not gonna be ready in 6 months because I don't know what parts are missing from it. I've got to go through all these parts, and these parts are not cheap. Like whatever, like I'm gonna have to buy a set of headers for it, and I've already priced them. They're gonna be like $700 for a set of headers. So I'll go do the walk around real quick. It's dusty because it was sitting under a carport beside the gentleman's shop. The gentleman I got it from, I won't say his name, but he was extremely nice. Him and his sons, he's the same age as my dad, in his mid-60s. I'm pretty sure his boys were around my age and a little bit younger, but they were all just super nice. They helped us load the car, helped us load up all the parts. Just good people. And they were very cool, very nice people. But yeah, so let's go look at this car. All right, so I'm going to apologize for the wind noise. It is a windy day in Oklahoma today. It's still beautiful. Outside the wind is strong. So it's a trace coat, but it's good and solid, man. I crawled underneath it and looked at it. And here is the Plum Crazy Purple. They've got it inside the trunk. So the car was an olive green originally. So as you can see, the dash and all of it. Here's some of the parts. And I literally have a full truckload of parts in there. Bring your gas tank. Whoever started the restoration, man, they were doing a good job. Like they've put the new bushings in the K-member and everything there. covers on it. And it's got the Roadrunner hood. The satellites from the factory had a flat hood, which is what my car had. This is the Roadrunner hood. It's got the vents in it. Oh, up here, I need to disconnect this strap. So I can open the hood. Yeah, I'll do that later because I'll open up the hood one because I'm gonna take it to the car wash because it's dusty. I am gonna replace this fender. Something has happened to this fender since that's pretty chewed up. So I'm gonna replace it. You can see the bow in it. Trying to source another fender. But man, I mean, it's just straight. I love these cars because you look down that backside. Like you see it, she got wide hips. But these wheels I won't keep on it. They're on it for now. So that's what was on them. So yeah, like here's a little scuff and this slight, very slight dent repair. And down here is a little something like it. But other than that, the car is just solid, rock solid. So it'll have a 402 stroker, which is a stroke 360. It's a small block and a 727. But my plan is a 6-speed manual eventually. Like if you ever watch Roadworthy Rescues with what's his name that has Vice Grip Garage, he has the Vanishing Paint Challenger that used to be Freiburgers, and I just watched that like a week or so ago, and that Challenger has a small block in it, and then it was an automatic car, I believe, and then they put a aftermarket 6-speed in it and road race it. So I'm kind of wanting to go with not necessarily like a drag. I don't want to drag race this car because these cars are big and heavy, but I want to make this thing handle a little bit, or at least be sporty a little, do more than just go in a straight line. My car was not fast. My car had the original 318 in it, and it was wore out. It probably had 300,000 miles or better on it, but I loved it. So this car is like, I'm so excited to have this car. It's been a dream of mine to have another one, and so you guys are going to get to watch putting this together and going through all the parts. I'm finally going to clean the shop out because I've been talking about, is he going to clean the shop? Yes, I have to, because this is a big old car and I've got so many parts. I need to clean out the shop. I've got a factory air C10 cab for sale if anybody wants one. I'm going to get all that out and clean up to where I have space to put the parts in and to go through them, see what I've got and what I need. But stay tuned. I'm very excited about this. With this, once I get this in the shop and the parts put up, I'm not going to focus on this car until after the Samurai gets its motor swap. So that'll be the big project. The big focus will be getting that V6 into the Samurai, getting that done and buttoned up. Then I'll get to work on this. Because too many irons at the fire. So I'm going to focus on the Samurai, and then I'll get to work on this one. But stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so.